Okay, well, if anybody turns up, they get a one-on-one session. If not, you guys just listen to me talk to you like it's a pre-recorded Sunday call, but it'll be a meal prep workshop. Okay, so I'll just dig right in, share my screen. There we go. Okay, so it's week 2, creating your meal prep system. Before we get into that, I just want to review week 1 a little bit, building your Fitme plate. I was palm size of protein, so like 20 to 30 grams of protein. Half your plate of veggies. Remember, we are talking about a dinner plate, not a snack plate or a lunch plate. Those big dinner plates. Put away that idea that eating off a smaller plate will make you eat less. The only time you want to use that is when you're talking about like nachos or something. And then here we go with our carbs, starchy carbs from the ground. Think about how many steps it takes from your carb source to get from the ground to your plate, and the least amount of steps, the better. So we want our carbs to be about the size of your fist or a tennis ball. So like half a cup of rice, a full potato. You don't need to eat a giant sweet potato, but like half of a sweet potato is just fine, or those small ones that you can get in a bag. And then we have our fat about the size of your thumb. So when it comes to like fats are very nutrient dense. So carbs and protein, each calorie is about each gram is about 4 calories. But when we're talking about fat, each gram is 9 calories. So that's why we have to really pay attention to our fat serving size. So look at the back of your salad dressings, peanut butters, or nut butters, any kind of nut butters, stuff like that. Nuts, they're all your fats. Check out what the serving size is. And typically it's about the size of your thumb. So this week, oh no, this is still last week, building your Fitme plate. I hope you guys found this sheet as helpful as I feel it is. I feel like it's a very helpful one. Grocery essentials, and then your top 3s. That was your homework for the week. Now we're gonna get into the meal prep strategy. All the tips and tricks don't matter unless eating healthy is a priority in your life. You have to make it a priority and be very intentional about it. Once you make it a priority, strategies, tips, and hacks become valuable. Remember, meal prep doesn't have to take hours, but it's okay if it's a slow process at first. You're gonna mess up. You just keep going. Just keep trying. You're gonna find out what works for you, and you'll get faster, and it will become more routine as you do it. So the good way to do it is to pull out your calendar, however you keep track, pull out your calendar, your phone, if you use your calendar on your phone, but write it out. So in your workbook, you have a blank calendar that you can print over and over and over again. Okay. And this is great because you can just do however much you want. What are the events? What are your obligations and activities for the week that will impact your meals? Think about work obligations, kid activities, family events, church commitments, etc. So what are the days that you're going to be swamped and you're not going to want to cook, or what days do you need to be more prepared for, rather than like days that you can, relax and cook dinner, at your leisure. So you're going to mark out all of the events of the day, of the week, and focus on those busy days. And then you're going to think about what's your linchpin meal. What is the most important meal of the week to plan? What's the meal in your life that will help all the other meals go smoothly? Starting with either breakfast, lunch, or dinner helps make meal prep more doable. So if you feel like lunch is like the harder meal to do, then focus on lunch for the first couple weeks. Focus on planning your lunches, using leftovers, using pre-prepared stuff and everything like that. If it's dinner, then, you know, plan your dinners, plan for leftovers so that you can have lunches. Plan, you know, maybe make a couple extra servings of each food sort, like each food, so that you have extra for later on in the week. Then you're going to plan those meals, create a Fitme plate or inspired plate meals for each day of the week. Be sure to sanity check against what is happening this week answers. Then you're going to make your grocery list and put a grocery list in here for you. So you have a list, you know, items, how much, notes. So look at, you know, what you're doing for the week, what you're planning for the week, make your grocery list, order or shop for your groceries. Be sure to get them in advance of your food prep time and only shop for things on your list. Then get organized and prepped. Prep as needed for your week. This could be preparing full meals and putting into containers, or simply thawing out proteins. It might mean chopping veggies or washing fruit. Set yourself up for success. Most important tip for success: when do you want to get organized and prep? When should you make your grocery orders? When should you make a plan? Put it all in your calendar and prioritize. So here we go with the weekly plan. So on here, what day am I planning? So you've already put in all of your things for the week. So you know, you've got basketball on Monday, play practice on Tuesday, cheerleading on Wednesday. Thursday is a day that there's nothing. Friday, you have family dinner. Saturday is another game. Sunday is church or whatever. So we know that you have, you're busy Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday, you got a little bit of a break. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So if we're going to be planning, well, let's say that you're going to write all that down here on the second week, because we're over here on Wednesday, right? So you're going to plan your meals, say tomorrow or Friday. Then Saturday, you're going to you're going to order your groceries. Saturday, you're going to pick them up. Sunday, you're going to meal prep for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So you've got like maybe your proteins that are going to be ready to cook. You've got your vegetables maybe chopped up, maybe cooked for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And you've got your carbs prepared. So you've got a big pot of rice in the fridge. You've got some potatoes that are pre-cooked. You've already chopped them and roasted them, or just thrown them in the oven and baked them, you know, whatever your carb sources are going to be. So we'll say that Sunday, you're prepping for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday, we said was a blank day. So you're going to look and see what's in your fridge, see what holes are there for the rest of the week. And you're going to plan and maybe cook some more food, maybe cook a nice dinner. And while you're cooking that nice dinner, you're preparing a little bit extra for Friday. And then your wash, rinse, repeat. You're going to like plan your meals. You're going to plan your following week. You're going to order your groceries or go grocery shopping on Saturday and Sunday. And then you're going to do it again. So Sunday, you're prepping for Monday, Tuesday. This week, Wednesday is a blank day. So you get to relax, cook dinner leisurely, and also like prepare a little bit of extra for Thursday and Friday, and then do it again. The sad thing in life is that we have to feed ourselves over and over and over again. Here's your grocery list. And then here's your favorite meals. So I recommend that you print this out for everybody that lives with you, and that you are responsible for feeding, and you give it to them, and you have them put what their favorite stuff is for breakfast, lunch, snacks, and dinner. And then you have a little conversation with them about how can we make this a little bit more healthy. So if they have like tacos and they just love tacos, which is great, tacos are fantastic, right? Let me think of something that's a little less healthy than tacos. So let's just say they love fried chicken, right? Like, let's talk about how we can make fried chicken a little bit more healthy. So you can still bread your chicken, you can still do all the things, and then just bake it instead of fry it. You know, people demonize shake and bake for so long, but who cares? You're like shaking it and baking it. And it tastes good. So don't shy away from those things that fitness people have told us that we shouldn't eat anymore. If it's going to help you cook more at home and not order out, or if it's going to make your life a little bit more easy to have healthy choices in your fridge that's cooked from at home, then do it. We're looking for like 1-2% better than yesterday. And over time that adds up. So if we're just like getting better with each iteration of this meal prep, and then our families start getting used to eating vegetables, and they start getting used to eating chicken that's cooked at home instead of at Kentucky Fried Chicken, you know, it takes time. So it's not gonna happen overnight. So this is just a great thing to do with the people that you're responsible for feeding. Is just find out what their favorite meals are, and then look for ways that you can make it a little bit more healthy. Like when I cook ground turkey or ground beef or like chilies and stuff like that, I'll shred carrots, I'll shred zucchinis, and I chop up onions, and I cook that in there with the meat, and I just mince it up, and it just adds extra fiber into that protein. Kids don't even know it's in there. You know, they don't know, they don't care. I put shredded vegetables into my meatloaf. You can beef up the nutrient content in your food pretty easily by just shredding up some vegetables and throwing them into like minced meat, pretty easily. So that is the essentials of meal prep. You all have this workbook at home or in your email. Your coaches will have this workbook as well. Reach out to them after you listen to this, or reach out to me if I'm your coach. And let's have a conversation about it. Let's see what meal prep can work for you. I'm looking at me because that's usually where everybody else is at. I should be looking at the camera. So yeah, so listen to this call. You've already listened to it if you've gotten this far. I don't know what I'm saying. And then go talk to your coach, check in with them, brainstorm. Actually, you know what? Your homework today, I forgot that you do have homework. Your homework for today is to check in with your coach. Tell them when you're planning, when you're shopping, and when you're prepping this week. And then that's it. That's your homework for this week. Next week, we're going to go over how to make food taste good for the whole fam. So how to avoid boredom in meal prep. And I hope you guys have a great day. And if you have any questions, just hit me up, talk to your coaches, and I'll talk to you later. Let me turn that off and turn that off.